So welcome everyone. I think is this week 6? We're week 6 into quarantine. So let's just start going side to side. It's sunny outside, which I feel like brings a smile to my face. And it's gonna be maybe warmish, 36 degrees. And let's take the arms up and let's have our palms turned down to start. It's warming everything up. Think about being tall through the crown of your head. Now we're turning the palms up as the arms go up. That's it. I'm doing 4, 3, 2. This one, we're gonna hold the arms up and just go side to side. And now let's take the arms up and down and up. So palms are facing up, crown of your head is reaching up, warming everything up. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. The arms are going to sweep down and sweep them up and down and up. And 4, 3, 2. Maybe the sides of your thighs are starting to feel warm. And 1. Good. Letting both feet come down. Look down. Knees and toes are pointing the same direction. We're going to squat down and then come up. Inhaling down and exhale. Let the arms reach forward and push back. Like your arms are moving through water. Inhaling and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 4 and exhale. 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to add on here. We're going to go down, and as you come back, I want you to reach and look back to the left. And then reach and look back to the right. Reach and look back left. Reach and look back right. So your head is turning, the breastbone might turn a little bit, but those hips stay pointing forward. Once more left. Once more right. Good. So we're going to go down, then we're going to come up and then to the left. Good. Down, up and then right. Then left. Then right. Then left. And right. Left. And right. Once more left. Once more right. Good. Come all the way up. Now looking down again, knees and toes pointing the same direction. Zip up inner thighs and go up to your toes. And then bring your heels down and lift your toes. Zip up and lift your toes. Zip up, lift your toes. Roll up to your toes, lift your toes. Roll up to your toes, lift your toes. Roll up to your toes, lift your toes. 4, lift your toes. 3, lift your toes. 2, lift your toes. 1, lift your toes. Now, the 4 feet are going to stay down, but the toes are going to stay lifted as we go down to our squat. And up. That feels kind of funny. And come up. Good. And up. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let those toes rest down. You can just kind of wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers a little bit. Shoulders are rolling back. 3, 2, and then 1. So we're going to turn and look at our chair or our ottoman or a couch in front of us. And let's bring our right foot onto that chair. And we're going to go forward Checking again, knees and toes are pointing the same direction, and then press back. And forward, press back. Forward, press back. Good. Forward, press back. Forward. So this should feel okay in your knee. If you feel this in your knee, you're not going to go as far forward. This should feel like you're getting some length in the lower leg as you go into that dorsiflexion motion through your ankle. 2, and then 1. Now stay forward. You're gonna roll up to the back toes and lower, and roll up and lower. Stay tall, roll up. Good. Feel that belly draw in as you roll to the big toe on that left foot. We'll take the arms forward. Good. 3, 2, and 1. That's it. So now bring your right hand. I want you to feel just the inside front of your kneecap. Stroke that a little bit because that's where I want you to work, because we're going to stand. So we're going to stand up on our chair and then take that left foot down inside front of the kneecap. Stand up in your chair and coming down. Stand up on your chair and coming down. Going up and down. We do 4 and down, 3 and down, 2 down, and then last one and coming down. Good. Now step that right foot back. We switch sides. Left leg goes forward and we're leaning forward, knee over toes, and come back. Leaning forward, knee over toes, and back. Arms go forward and back. If you're doing this on the ground, this is what you're doing. And back. Good. And 3, 2, and 1. Now we stay here. We're going to roll up and lower the heel. Roll up to the right toes and lower. Good. Roll up. If you don't have a chair, you're here and you're rolling up and reaching. Rolling up. Good. And 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let that right heel come down. Now, feel the left hand's going to touch the inside front of the kneecap. Just stroke it a little bit. That's the muscle you want to use. And we're going to come up and stand. And then going down. Coming up. And down. Coming up. And down. Checking knees and toes are pointing the same direction. We do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, all the way down. Step that left foot down. So shake out through the hips, shake out through the knees. That's it. And I want you to come down so your chair's still in front of you, or your couch is still in front of you. And we're gonna come to a standing or a feet and hands position with our couch. If you don't have something, you're just in normal hands and knees. Yeah. So here we'll round our spine up and dip down and round up. And because we all are going to have different heights of our platform, you can bend the knees to make it feel pretty level. Once more up and once more down. Now come back to the neutral position. Good. Shift the weight into your right hand and your left leg and reach your right leg behind you. Good. And we're going to lift it up and lower. Soften the elbows. Lift up and lower. Lift up and lower. Good. Lift up and lower. We have 4 more. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg lifted. Now we pull the heel into your bum and straighten. Good. We're going to pull heel in and straighten. That's it. Bend this, soften the elbows and straighten. You're standing on that left leg. Soft through the elbows. And 3, 2, and then 1. Hold that right leg straight. Reach the left arm forward. Good. Now we lift arm and leg up and lower. Arm and leg come up and lower. Lift. Long through the back of your neck. Good. Steady torso. That belly's drawing in and wide. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring the arm and leg back in. Rounding up through the spine and dipping down. Rounding up and dipping down. Once more, rounding up and dipping down. Now come back to center. We weight into our left hand and our right foot. Send the left leg back, square your hips. We start by lifting and lowering. Softening the elbows. Long spine. Good. We use our exhale to draw that belly in and wide. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg lifted. Now heel comes in and straighten. Really, if that knee could get higher, I would take my left knee higher. My back needs to stay still. Good. Elbows are soft. 3, 2, that's it. And 1, now hold the leg long. Take the right arm forward. We lift arm and leg and lower. Long spine. Exhale, that belly draws in slightly. Low belly. We have 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come all the way back in. Rounding up and dipping down. And again, rounding up and dipping down. Good. How are wrists doing? We're doing a little bit more on the wrist and then we're done. So I want you to move your feet back ever so slightly. And we're going to roll up to our toes here. And then bring the heels down. And roll up. And coming down. If your wrists are starting to get cranky, you come down here. If you're on hands and knees, the same thing. You would come down to your forearms. Once more, roll up. Good. And now we're going to bend the knees down to hover. And pike back up. And bend down to hover. And pike back up. Inhaling down to hover. Exhale, press into the baby sides of your hands to come up. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. 2 more. Strong belly pikes you up. And this last one, we're gonna let the knees come all the way down. Move the knees back slightly. Good. Bring your elbows onto your surface. Clap your hands at the top of your neck, bottom of your skull. So now my head is kind of locked with my hands, and I want you to look forward, but you'll feel like you can't look forward too far because the arms and the hands restrict the movement. Good. So we'll hold here, and now I want you to shift forward so you open your hips. And then going back. So I'm going to move my knees back a little bit more so I can shift forward but still look forward. And then come back. I'm going to look forward and shift my hips forward. And going back. So strong through my torso. Moving my knees forward a little bit, just getting that right nice spot. So I'm looking forward and shifting my hips forward. And doing 4. Belly's drawing in and wide. 3. That's it. And the this is the last one. Good. Coming back. Let those hands come down. Press yourself away from that chair. We can bring our arms down and just do a few cat-cows here. And then come back to that center. Let's scoot around so our hips are on the ground and our feet are in front of us. I'm going to move and come to sit on my mat now, but I still want my chair at the bottom of my mat. So I'm just making that slight adjustment for me today. My feet aren't on the chair. My hands are forward. Yeah, good. And I'm going to scoop my belly and roll back. And then scoop the belly to come up. So think about anchoring your feet into the ground, scoop to roll back, and scoop to come up. Good, inhale to go back, and exhale to come up. Inhale to go back, exhale and come up. Good, inhale to go back, scooping the belly to come up. 2 more. Inhaling back and we hold here. Now think about pulling your heels towards your bum. Back of the neck is long. We're going to twist to the left, keeping those sits bones steady, and twist to the right. Twisting left and twisting right. Twisting left and twisting right. Good. Twisting left and twisting right. Once more left. Once more right. Come back center. We're going to go back a little bit more. Pull heels to bum to come up a little bit. Back a little bit. Heels to bum to come up a little bit. Easy through those shoulders. Palms are turning up and up. 2 and up. Hands can be back behind our thighs as well. And then 1. Come all the way up. Nice and tall. Good. So we're continuing on our roll back. Anchor those feet. Pull heels to bum. Roll back halfway. Good. And I want you to lift your right leg up. You're going to place it on the chair. If you don't have a chair, it just lifts up. Good. Now we're going to roll back a little bit and up a little bit. Roll back a little bit and up a little bit. Inhale back, exhale up. Inhale back, exhale up. 2, exhale up. And 1, exhale up. Good. Bring that right foot down. Let's roll all the way up. We get a little break. You can reach forward to stretch out. Now we restack, palms up. We're rolling back a little bit. Heels pull into bum. Lift that left leg. It can rest on the chair. It just stays lifted. And we're rolling back a little bit and come up. Rolling back a little bit and come up. Good. Going back a little bit and up. 3 and up. 2 and up. Good morning abdominals. And 1. Coming up. Good. Take that left foot back down. Pull heels to bum. Roll all the way up. Ready for the grand finale? We're rolling back halfway. Draw those arm bones back in the shoulder sockets. Lift right leg. You can rest. Lift left leg. It can rest. We roll back a little bit. Pull heels to bum and come up. Inhale back. If you feel this in the thighs and then in the hips, turn your legs out and come up. Roll back a little bit. Scoop the belly and come up. Inhale back. Exhale up. Good. Inhale back. Exhale up. Once more. Inhale back. We're going to hold here. Twist right, left. Twist right. Twist left. Whew. Twist right. Twist left. Twist right. Once more. Twist left. Once more. Twist right. Come back center. Bring the legs parallel. Lower one foot. Lower the other. Pull heels to bum. Roll all the way up. Lovely. So we have to work out those hip flexors. They grabbed a bit. I'm going to slide my bum back, anchor my right leg down, pick up the left thigh. So the left thigh is pushing into my hands and I'm rolling my spine back. And then I can press into my thigh. It's going to help me roll up. So again, I'm just warming up the movement, the roll back motion, going back and rolling up. Inhaling back. Anchor that right thigh into the mat. Exhaling up. Good. Inhaling back. Exhaling up. Inhaling back. Exhaling down. 2 more, inhaling back. Exhaling out. This is easy. This isn't a lot of work. It's about the movement of the bones and how they integrate together. Come all the way up. Left goes long, pick up that right, press the right thigh into your hands. We inhale back. Exhale and come up. Inhale to go back. Exhale and up. Inhaling back. Exhale and up. 2 more, inhaling back. Good, anchor that left thigh into the ground to come up. And our last one, going back. And exhaling up. Now both legs go down, press the thighs down to the ground, arms go out, palms up. Think about reaching your toes to the wall in front of you. Scoop the belly, and we're gonna slowly roll ourselves all the way down. Once your head comes down, reach your arms back behind you, sweep them out to the side and up. Inhaling, sweeping down to your hips and up. 2 more. And then the last one. Good, let the arms stay pointing to the ceiling, sink the arm bones back into the shoulder sockets. Check that pelvis, it's neutral. Pause, bring your palms together. Good, we're gonna twist the hip or the ribs to the right and twist left. Twist right and twist left. Good, going right and left, right and left. Once more right, once more left. Come back to the center, take your hands apart, let them break, come down onto the mat. Think about pressing the backs of your shoulders into the mat, slide one knee up to tabletop, or not tabletop to bench knee, slide the other leg up. So now just checking here for your neutral pelvis, maybe do a few pelvic tilts, curling up and down, and then find that middle spot. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, feel the belly draw in and wide. Another breath in, and exhale, that belly draws in and wide. Good, so now adding to this, anchor the shoulders. As that belly draws in and wide, lift the left leg up to tabletop, and then lower it down. Exhale, the right leg goes up to tabletop, and lower down. So pelvis is staying evenly weighted as the left comes up, and lower. And just check what your shoulders are doing as the right comes up. Good, and left comes up. Good, and right comes up. That's it. Once more left. Good, strong through the stomach. Once more right. Good, so now we add on the left sternal lift. Pelvis stays steady, the right lift. So nothing changes in our torso. Lower the left down to touch. Bring it up. Lower right down to touch. And up. So inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Good, inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. So now if you'd like, this is the next range. Inhale out, pull back in. Inhale out, pull back in. So you choose where you are today, keeping that pelvis still and steady. That's the goal. Check the shoulders. Notice if you're lifting between the shoulder blades, can you relax the upper body? Once more, right goes out. Good, put both legs in, lower one foot, lower the other foot. Anchor into the shoulders and feet and lift your hips up to a bridge. And then soften your spine down, bone by bone. Tailbone comes down last. Exhale, lift up into a neutral bridge. And then inhale and softening down. Exhale, lift up into a neutral bridge. And inhale, softening down. Once more, exhale, lift up into a neutral bridge. Good, now holding with the lifted hips, we want to feel the front of the hips are opening. Good, we're going to lift up a little bit more from the top thigh muscles and then lower. Exhale, lift a little bit. Inhale, lower, anchor those big toes, lift the hips and lower. And we really haven't done a lot to open through the front of the hip. So if you're still feeling a little tight there, just be gentle and easy with this and make your movement a little smaller. Really trying to find the top bum muscles. The bum muscles are the closest to your rib cage, doing the work and keeping your low back really steady and supported. You might want to find just a little bit of a tail curl here. That might help you get out of your back a little bit. 2, good. And then 1. Now crease at your hips, come all the way down. Beautiful. So hips stay evenly weighted. Let's lift that left leg up. Bring your left hand to the knee, drop the heel to the bum, and we're gonna draw some circles just to give those hips a little break. And you're thinking of rounding out these circles and then circle the other way. And your hand is kind of pushing the thigh bone deeper into the hip socket. 1 more of these circles. Good, now lower that left leg, pelvis is steady, lift the right hand to the right knee, drop the heel. Easy through the upper body as we draw little circles with that the right knee. You want to feel like the thigh bone gets deeper into the hip socket. So you start to feel maybe the bum muscle being pushed a little bit as that thigh bone sinks down. And we need to go the other way. Good, and then come back to center, lower that leg down, anchor shoulders and feet, lift your hips up. And it should feel easier to get your hips lifted, so there's less sort of a pull to the front of the hips and maybe less through that low back. Find a little bit of a pelvic tilt, so you feel those low belly muscles curling, and we're gonna lift the hips up a bit more and lower, so this should feel better. Good. Anchor big toes, turn on those inner thighs. And lower, lift. And lower. We're doing 4 and lower, 3 and lower, 2 and lower, and then 1. Good, lower all the way down. Now, if it's easy for you, because I don't want to take a lot of time to do that, I'm going to shift down so that my feet can be on my chair, my ottoman, my couch. So now my feet are on a lifted platform. I'm anchoring my shoulders and feet and lifting up. I can go a lot higher now and then lower down. You're likely to feel more of those hamstrings working because the feet are lifting. We're going to lift our hips up and lower down. Exhale, lift up and inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up and inhale, lower. 2 more. Exhale, lift up and lower. And our last time, anchor shoulders, anchor feet, lift up. When we hold here, now little pulses, lift and lift. My hamstrings are not liking this today. 4, anchor those big toes, find those inner thighs, find that little tuck. 3, 2, and 1, all the way down. If it feels good for your body, pull those knees into your chest and just rock side to side. We're gonna roll all the way to face towards the camera or to one side and prop yourself up on your forearm. So now we're in a side bridge position with our elbow under our shoulder. Spread your fingers and press the palm and wrist down into the mat. Top arm comes up to your head. Good. And we're going to twist down, keeping our hips stacked, and then twist up. Inhale and twist down. Exhale and twist up. Good. Inhale and twist down. And exhale, twist up. Inhale, twist down. Exhale, twist up. Once more, going down. And once more, come up. Now come back to that center. That top arm can stay where it is. Press down to the floor and bottom knee and lift your hips up. And then lower. So we're going to exhale, pressing to the forearm and bottom knee and lift the hips up. And lower. Try feeling that bottom waistline, lift the hips up. And lower. Good, if you feel your neck here, your head, you can just fold your head. The neck doesn't have to take the work. We'll do 3. Good. 2. And then 1. Good, lower your hips. Let that arm come down. Slide the bottom arm long. So we come into our side lying position. Bottom leg can stay bent. Take that top leg long. You're gonna lift up to hip height and pause. So here, think about reaching that top leg long so there's a bit of space to the bottom waistline. We're stacked through our shoulders. We're stacked through our hips. And our ear, shoulders and hips is a nice straight line. Now point your toes, lift up another inch. Flex and come down. Point and go up. Flex and down. Point and up. Flex and down. Point and up. Flex and down. 3. Flex and down. 2. Flex and down. And 1. Flex and down. Good. Now hold here. We're going to reach for the heel, and I want you to draw 5 base basketball-sized circles. We're going to go slowly. So 5. Hips are really steady. Use your exhale to help stabilize and stack those hips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we do 5 the other way. We're doing 5, reaching that heel long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. So keeping that foot flexed, those hips stacked. You can take a break if you want. Belly's drawing in. Check that little space to the bottom waistline. We kick the leg forward. Point your toes, kick back. I'm going to hit my chair. I am. Flex and go forward. Point and go back. Flex and forward. Point and back. And imagine you're swinging the thigh bone in the hip socket. So sweep it forward, sweep it back. But we're keeping our waistline still right now. So swing that leg. Lots of control through the torso, but that top thigh bone is moving easily and freely in the hip socket. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold the leg behind you. Reach it a little longer. We're going to lift it up and lower. Lifting up and lower. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. 4, and lower. 3, and lower. So we're feeling this behind the side seam of our pants. 2, and 1. Hold the leg lift. They're going to point and flex. Point and flex. Ooh, you might feel this as a tug through the front because we're asking these muscles to be strong but long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slide the leg forward. Let it rest all the way down. Beautiful. So now bending that top knee. Good. We're going to keep the feet together. Lift the top knee up and lower it down. And lift up and lower down. So the hips are staying stacked. And lower. There's still space for your bottom waistline. Good. You can exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. And inhale down. Good. Exhale up and inhale down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that knee come down. Good. Take your top hand. We're going to turn or press it down to the mat and press yourself up to hands and knees. So now in a hands and knees position, I want you to shift the weight into the leg you just worked. And we're going to lift the other leg up. And then go back and forth between the 2 legs. Once that feels good, you can start to lift the hand. So trying to keep that little curve in the low back. So not letting our low back round up. We're keeping our spine neutral. That's it. And 5, 4, 3, softening through the elbows, 2, and then 1. Other side. Good. And now let's turn to the other side. So I have to turn my other way so that I can see you guys. And I'm propping up onto my forearm. So my elbow's under my shoulder, my fingers are spread, and I'm working to get my wrist to touch the mat. Top hand comes to your head, and you're twist down and twist up. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Inhaling down, exhaling up. We'll do 3. Exhaling up. 2. Exhale up. And then 1. Good. Come up. That top hand can stay where it is. We're pressing to the bottom knee and bottom forearm and lifting the hips up. And lower. Press down. Exhale to lift up. And inhale, lower. Exhale to lift up. And inhale, lower. Good. That top hand can support the head. And lower. And 3. And lower. 2. And lower. And then last time. Lower the hips down. Good. That top arm comes down. Now slide the bottom arm long or bent underneath your head. We're going to reach the top leg long and lift it up to hip height. So here we're feeling for shoulders stacked, hip stacks, ear, shoulder, hip, ankle, nice long line. There's a little space to your bottom waistline, that's it. And we're going to point to go up and flex down. Point up and flex down. Good, point up and flex down. Point up and flex down. That's it. So we're using our exhale to draw that belly in and wide. That helps keep those hips stacked and still so that we're not lifting the waistline to lift our leg. We're making this about the leg moving. Good. We do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, so now let's the foot's flex. We're gonna reach the heel a little longer. So you start to feel this in the hip a little bit more. We're gonna drive 5 basketball-sized circles, slow ones. 4, 3, 2, and 1, going the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Reach that leg long again and kick it forward. Point the toes and kick back. Flex and forward, point and back. So we're feeling for that swinging action. How free can the thigh bone be in that hip socket while the torso is staying steady and still? A lot of times when we want freedom in a joint, one part of the joint needs to be moving where the other one needs to be stable. So you might be working on the movement, or some of us are going to be working on the stability. How can we use our exhale to draw that belly in and wide to keep the hips stacked and still as we try to move the leg? Good. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the leg goes behind us. Remember this, we reach it long. We're feeling for the muscles behind the sides of our pants to lift the leg up and lower and lift up and lower. So again, check the shoulders, they're easy. Lift and lower. Exhale, lift and lower. That's it. Lift and lower. And 4. You might feel a stretching or pulling to the front, and that's okay. Those are the muscles that don't like to lengthen. That's the lengthen and work. 2, 1, hold that leg lifted for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that leg come all the way down. Rest. Good. And now we turn onto our stomach. So have your forehands, or your forehands, that's actually forearms, that's the real word. Your hands are going to be in front of you, your hands are stacked, and your forehead rests on your hands, not your forehands. That's interesting. making up words now. Maybe that's what comes with week 6 of quarantine. Anyways, so think about pulling your elbows apart. Good, you're gonna pick up your belly and your hips are nice and heavy. I want you to reach your right leg long, like you're gonna touch the bottom of your mat, and then release that. And then reach your left leg long and touch the bottom of the mat. And release right leg. And release left leg. And release right leg. And release left leg. Good, once more right leg. And once more left leg. Good, now both legs reach, pick up the belly. Good, so that little bit of tail curls, if that helps you keep that belly button lifted. Pull the elbows apart. Good. Reach into the right leg and slide your forehead to the left elbow. Reach into your left leg and slide your head to the right elbow. This is like my favorite move, as most of you guys know. Reach into the right leg, slide the elbow left. Reach into the left leg, slide the not the elbow, the forehead right. Good. So reach into the right leg, come back center. And now hover your forehead. Keep pulling the elbows apart. Keep reaching to the right leg to take your forehead to the left elbow. So we want to make sure the nose is pointing down. So we haven't turned our head to get here. And it might mean you don't get all the way to your elbow, and that's okay. Then reach into your left leg, take your forehead to your right elbow. Reach into your right leg and go left. Good. Reach into your right leg or left leg and go right. You got it. Now reach into the right leg, come back center, reach into both legs, pull those elbows apart, look up to your eyebrows and find some spine extension. You're not going to get far because of the arm placement. And then release back down to hover your head. Reach through both arms, pick up that belly, look up to your eyebrows and take your spine back. Pull those elbows apart and release back down. Good, reach through the legs, pull the elbows apart, look up to your eyebrows and go back. And then releasing down. 2 more of these, pull apart, reach through the toes, look up, peel back. And releasing down. And our last time, pull the elbows apart, look up, peel back. We're gonna hold here, good? Now take your eyes to the right and your head's going to follow. Take your eyes back center and your head follows. Take your eyes to the left and your head follows. Take your eyes center and your head follows. Just pause here. Can you reach through the legs a bit more, pull those elbows apart a little bit more, check your belly. So this should feel like work between your shoulder blades, not in your low back. Good. Now our eyes stay looking forward, but turn your head. Then your eyes will follow. Your eyes stay looking right, turn your head. And your eyes follow. Your eyes stay looking forward, turn your head. And your eyes follow. Your eyes stay looking left, turn your head. And your eyes follow. Now look down to your chin and come back down. Beautiful. So we can stay there with your hands there. If you want to add on, this is the add-on, hands go to the back of your head. We're going to pull the elbows apart, reach the legs long, pick up that belly, and we go into small spine extension. I want you to feel it in the same spot between the shoulder blades. And then release down to hug your head. Look up to go back. And release down to hug your head. Look up to take your spine back. And releasing down to hug your head. Good, look up. And releasing down to hug your head. 2 more, looking up. Exhale to release down to hover. And then last time, look up to go back. So we're holding here, making sure that our low back is easy. Our belly button's lifted. We're pulling the elbows apart. We're reaching the legs long. This is work between the shoulder blades. 2 and 1. Release everything down. Let your forehead rest. Drop your hands. Take a few breaths in to that upper back. And then press into your hands. Let's come up to hands and knees. In our hands and knees position, we're spreading fingers, spreading, softening elbows, and round up. And then dip down. Rounding up. And dipping down. Once more, rounding up. And dipping down. Come back to that center position, that little curve in the low back. Send your left leg out to the side. And then you're going to bring the foot so that it's flat on the ground. And I want you to shift your weight back. You're going to stretch through that left inner thigh and come forward. So keeping the curve in your low back. So we're not letting our low back round here. We're keeping it neutral. And that will dictate how far back you go back. And come forward. Good, going back. And forward. If you'd like, weight into the left hand and the right knee. Take the right arm forward. Good, 2 more. And then the last one. Bring that right arm down, slide the left knee in. The right leg goes out to the side, flatten the foot, square the hips, soften the elbows. Good, we're gonna inhale, sit back, keeping that curve in the low back, and exhale forward. Inhale, sit back, and exhale forward. Inhale, sit back. And exhale forward. Good. Inhale, sit back. Exhale forward. If you'd like, weight into the right hand, left knee, take that left arm forward. And coming forward. Sitting back. And coming forward. 2 more. And coming forward. Last one. And coming forward. Bring that left hand down, slide the right knee in. Good, walking your hands up to your knees. Let's come up to tall kneeling. Good, think about keeping hips and ribs nice and lined up. So we're nice and strong through the torso. We're going to lean back from our knees. Notice what's really important is that low back isn't hinging or isn't arching. This is lots of belly work. So we're gonna inhale to go back. You're also gonna feel this at the front of the thighs. Exhale, come up. Good, inhale, go back. Exhale to come up. If you feel this at the tops of your knees, you're not going to go back as far. Inhaling back. Exhale forward. One last time. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward. Nod that chin around your spine down. We go back to hands and knees. Spread the fingers, tuck the toes under, elbows soften. Keeping that little curve in the low back. We're hovering the knees up and we're going to bounce here. And if you don't like bouncing, you're just gonna hold. We're bouncing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now press up, pike those hips, shift the weight back. Good, we're gonna come forward, come up to your toes, bend the knees, and come back to hover. Exhale to go back. Inhale to come forward. So you're feeling for the strong connection. Arms into waistlines. Strong connection through hips and ribs. Because hips and ribs are staying lined up and connected with those obliques. Once more going down. Once more coming up. Good. Now let the feet walk in a step. We come into our triangle. We just get a stretch through the backs of the legs. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees soften, hands walk in. And just here, if it feels okay, just let yourself bounce a little bit. And then pressing into your feet, scoop your belly, and we come all the way up. Arms reach up. Good. And come down. And again, taking those arms up. And coming down. Once more, arms go up. Good. And now take the arms out to a T, hold them at a T. We're going to side bend over to the left. And restack. And going over the right and coming up. Inhaling left, exhaling up. Inhaling right, exhaling up. Good, going left and coming up. And then right. Coming up, now staying tall, we're going to twist to the left and come center, twist to the right and center. This time, let yourself twist and drop your hands. So your hips are gonna come with you and then twist the other way. And twist and twist. Going back and forth. Feeling the twist move all the way down to your ankles and your feet. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, come back to the center. We're gonna take our shoulders, lift them up and roll them back. Good, lift them up and roll them back. And once more, lift up and roll back. Then bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Turn to look up to the ceiling. Turn to look down to your armpit. And then rolling your head to the center. And re-stack up. Right ear to right shoulder. Turning to look up. Turning to look down. And then rolling your head to center. And re-stack up. Good. So now take a big breath in through your nose. If your nose is acceptable for you to breathe into right now, we're going to breathe in through our nose. And then as you exhale, your lips are going to be pursed, and can you hum your exhale? Inhaling through your nose. And hum your exhale. This time, let your tongue stay on the top of your mouth as you inhale through your nose. And hum your exhale. One last time, let's inhale through our nose. And hum your exhale. Now this inhale, we're going to take our arms up and bring them down. And again, arms go up. And the arms come all the way down. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you get a chance to get outside into the